It's the third and final game of the triple header here at the Cat, and what better way to cap off a tournament than a game that means absolutely everything. The winner of this game determines the winner of the tournament as Sparta comes in looking to go undefeated in the tournament, and the Cougars hope to spoil that one by taking the win and giving Sparta a run for their money. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome into the broadcast booth. My name is Reagan Claves. I'm happy to have you along as the Catholic Central Cougars take on the Sparta Spartans in the final game of today's contest. Matt Geike has departed, but let me just say this. Thank you so much, Matt, if you're listening. It was fun working with you, and hope we can do it again sometimes. Catholic Central comes in to this contest with a 10-5 record, falling disappointingly to the Northview Wildcats earlier today, and when they let up a big 5-run sixth inning for there's a little announcement going on in the field for Coach Schmidt of the Sparta Spartans. He's returning back to Catholic Central after departing at the end of last season and taking the job as the head coach of the Sparta Spartans. Everybody's giving him a round of applause. We'll give you a look down the field here as we speak. As you can see down below us, there's Coach McKinnon has given Coach Schmidt a baseball signed by the Catholic Central Cougars. Is a nice little ceremony going down below us, but Catholic Central hoping to improve, and if they beat Sparta, everybody would be 1-1, and then we believe it would be based on run differential the remaining games here as to who would win the championship. If it is based off of run differential, Catholic Central would need to win by 8. They need to win by 6 at the least if they were to capture that crown, as everybody is giving Coach Schmidt a nice time. And we'll bring you back up here in the booth. We'll take a look around the infield once we get back. But Sparta is coming off a pretty dominating performance against the Northview Wildcats, where they had a big fourth inning where they won, where they got 5 across the plate, all with 2 outs, and it was a really good job there for Sparta in that win. As that puts them in position, if they win it here, they get the Mother's Day Tournament championship here at the Cat, and it would be one heck of a return home present for Schmidt after he left for Sparta. Well, everybody is wrapping up the mound visits, or the plate meeting rather, down below. Both teams are getting ready to go. We'll step aside, give the Cougars pitcher a time to warm up, and we'll be right back with the first pitch here on the Cougar Baseball Network. Ladies and gentlemen. a good rendition of the national anthem as we bring you back live to Catholic Central Baseball Field as the Cougars are just about to get set to face these Sparta Spartans in the rubber match, if you will, of the tournament. The winner of this game decides who wins the championship of the Mother's Day tournament here at the Catholic Central Cougar Baseball Field. On the bump for Catholic Central will be number 10, Adam Wanzel, who's got a 3-2 record, 3.67 earned run average, 57.5% of his pitches have been strikes. He's allowed 11 hits and 15 runs on the campaign. He's been Catholic Central's go-to lefty here this season for the Cougars. As we take a look at the lineup for Sparta, it'll be number 4, Nick Schoenmaker at second base. Then it'll followed by number 8, Caleb Rowland at short. Then we've got Steinbrenner pitching. Then we've got number 15, Nathan Speck. He will be the right fielder. He is being DH'd for, though, by Colby Vander Klast. So Klast will be in at designated hitter, and then Steinbecker, Rich. It'll be Dykema, Welch, and Mackey to wrap up the order here for the Sparta Spartans. It'll be Schoonmaker to lead things off here for the Spartans. Schoonmaker led off for Sparta last game as well. He had a single, a walk, and in three plate appearances, 4 at bat. No, other way around. 4 at bats, 3 plate appearances, and he swings and misses over top of this one. For strike number 1, and we're underway from the Cougar baseball field. First pitch time, 3:46, 62 degrees outside here at the Cat. And Wanzel working from the third base side of the rubber as a left-handed pitcher. He misses on that one upstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike to count here on Schoonmaker. Came around once to score back in that 5-run 4th inning for Sparta against Northfield. That one is in the dirt for ball number 2. 2-1 the count. Umpires today, Dale Dahlman and Johnny Davidson. Here they've done all 3 games here this morning and afternoon. That's a big cut and a big miss. There are 2 balls, 2 strikes now on Schoonmaker. Schoonmaker, as we said, 2 for 3, or 1 for 3, pardon, in his last game. This one's fouled back to the screen. That'll keep the count even at 2-2. If you can hear the background chatter up here in the press box, it is very much a blue field here today. Catholic Central wearing the blue with the white shoulders. This one's flown into left field, on running back on it, and that'll go over the head of the left fielder for the Cougars. Hoffman in with a stand-up double is Schoonmaker on a 2-2 count. And a leadoff double for Schoonmaker will bring up number 8, Caleb Rowland. Rowland came around twice to score, reached on an error, singled, 1 for 3, hitting in the same spot as he was in today's earlier contest. Wanzel comes set, the kick and the pitch. Shown bunt that's dribbled third base side. Wanzel won't be able to pick it up in time for a play. A well-executed bunt there by Rowland. Moves Schoonmaker over to third. And on with a bunt single for the Spartans is Rowland. And runners on the corners just like that here for Evan Steinbacher. Steinbacher was 1 for 3 with 2 flyouts to center. And reaching on an error in his last time up in that game against Northview. Wanzel comes set. Old check on the runner, and that got by the first baseman. Pitt runner's going to come home to score, and he goes to third. Does Roland, and it's quickly 1-0 here in favor of Sparta. That's just an unfortunate turn of events for the Cougars. It looked like Pitt just missed the pickoff throw from Wanzel. And without even an out recorded, we've got a 1-run lead for Sparta and a runner 90 feet away from making it a 2-run ball game. That got by. Klaus Runner is going to come home to score in Roland, and it's 2-0, just like that for the Spartans. Not the way you wanted to start this ball game for Catholic Central, especially coming in as the favorite in this tournament. Steinbacher coming into pitch. Here the left-handed bat, even stance, bat at the knees. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss for strike number 1, we believe, or was it ball number? It's 1-1. 1-1. 1-1 the count here. Here's Steinbacher, Wanzel back to working from the windup here. That one missed well outside for the second ball of the at-bat. 2-1 the count here to Steinbacher. So here's Steinbacher like we set. 1 for 3. Came around to score in that Northview game. Here's the 2-1. Swing, that one's grounded right in front of home plate. Klaus will pick it up and over in time for out number 1. Here in this one, a good first out for Catholic Central. You only wish it would have come a little bit earlier, as that'll bring up the designated hitter,
number 20, Colby Vanderklast.
Colby Vanderklast. Vanderklast struck out twice, and he walked twice in that game against Northview. That one got past Klaus. That's been some trouble here for Peyton Klaus and Adam Wanzel, getting the pitches to stick in the glove of the Catholic Central catcher. 1 ball, no strikes here on Vanderklast. Wanzel steps, kicks, and fires. Fouled first base side. That'll go over the Sparta dugout, even up the count at 1-1. Quickly 2-0 here for Sparta in the top of the first. Sparta, if they win this game, will go 2-0 in the tournament and capture the crown. Outfield shifts to the right for Catholic Central. Wanzel delivers the 1-1. That's fouled off to the fence near side. Or to our right, pardon. And 1-2 on Vanderklast, the designated hitter. In for the right fielders. Spack. This one's fouled it way once again. Outfield playing Vanderklast to go to the hit the right field. And right now, judging on where his foul balls have gone, they're right to do so. Infield plays deep here on a sunny Saturday afternoon, the Mother's Day tournament here at Catholic Central. Wanzel gets the sign from Klaus. He sets up outside. That comes in. He missed it. And Klaus will pick up the ball on the backstop and fire over to first to complete the putout. So, Vanderklast goes down on a strikeout and a 2-3 completion. And that'll bring up number 27, Braden Steinbacher. Right fielder Beal shifts back to the left a little bit. Here's the pitch to Steinbacher, grounded softly just to the right of the mound, picked up by English, and no, he didn't get him in time as Pitt couldn't handle the baseball at first. And it's a E3 against
Number 19, Luke Rich.
Pitt. And that'll bring up number 19, Luke Rich. Short lead for Steinbacher at first. Rich watches that go in for a strike. Back to the same home plate umpire we had in the first Catholic Central game. Judging by his strike zone in that first game, expect a little bit of low strikes all afternoon. Here's the 0-1 from Wanzel. In there for strike number 2. Nothing in 2 the count here on Rich. Rich did not have an at-bat in that first game. He was up in the first inning, and a fielder's choice ended the inning on his plate appearance, and they walked twice, scored a run. That's fair down the first base line, and into right field foul territory, rounding second and heading for third is Steinbacher. Hold up at third as the ball is put into the infield. And it's runners on the corners here for Sparta as Rich gets a good hit down the right field line to move Steinbacher into scoring position. That'll bring up number 24, Nick Gordon.
This is the game. No, that's the first one. I know, but I was using that for names. Okay.
Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on that fastball upstairs for Gordon.
So this is number 24.
Gordon went 1 for 2 in the last game with a single, sacrifice fly, and a ground out in that 6-2 win for Sparta. We'll ground that softly towards second, picked up by English, and he'll move it over to Pitt in time for out number 3, but not before the Spartans get 2 across in the top of the first, and we'll head to the bottom half. Catholic Central looking to get on the scoreboard here in the Mother's Day tournament. Bottom of the first inning sees John Passanaw lead things off for Catholic Central here. Facing the pitcher Number 5, Evan Steinbacher. This pitch missed low for ball 1 on John Passanaugh. That one missed likewise low. 2 balls, no strikes. Here on the Catholic Central leadoff batter. In game number 1 of this tournament, he had 3 RBIs. Reached on an error at a single. 1 for 3. This one's lined into center field. That'll be a base hit for John Passanaugh. So Cougars start just about as quickly as the Spartans here. And that'll bring up Peyton Klaus here.
Catcher number 5, Peyton Klaus.
For the second at bat of the game for the Cougars. Checking on Passanaugh there was Evan Steinbacher. Now runner goes. That's in there for a strike, but John Passanaugh shows off the wheels and gets a stolen base in there on a 0-1 count to Peyton Klaus. John Passanaugh has had a ton of stolen bases this year. Here's the pitch. That's up and in. Passanaugh coming into today had 15 stolen bases, added 2 to that total to put him 17, and now his first trip around the bases, he's got another one, putting him up to 18 on the campaign. That's in there for a strike in the outer half. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Peyton Klaus. Klaus scored the first run of the game for the Cougars back to open up the day. There's a big breaking ball to get Klaus as he swings over top of that for the first inning, or for the first out of the inning, and that'll bring up Adam Wanzel, the pitcher. Here, pitcher on pitcher duel for Adam Wanzel. He's batting 11 for 33 on the campaign. Did not play in game 1. There goes John Passanaugh, but it's a foul ball back to the backstop. So Wanzel faces an 0-1 count, and John Passanaugh has showed his hand. Looks like he might be going. We'll see if he's held on by either Schoonmaker or Rowland. Rowland does that job, but breaking ball misses upstairs and outside for ball number 1 on Adam Wanzel. Here's the set from Steinbacher. The kick and the pitch. Low for ball number 2. 2 balls, 1 strike to Adam Wanzel. With runners in scoring position, Wanzel is 9 for 16 on the year. That's in there for a strike and evens up the count at 2s. Now, and John Passanaugh just got thrown out, and Tim McKinnon is not happy whatsoever. He's coming out of the dugout to have a word with the infield umpire. He is not happy about that whatsoever as John Passanaugh gets gunned down at third base.
It really is the home plate's call. He's just going to say, no, he's out. Right.
And they're just going to, I don't see them changing this call. And he is out, so
Yeah, they won't have a change.
that is what it is, and Tim McKinnon is not super happy with that call. Nonetheless, it's a 2-2 count on Wanzel, with now the base is clear. And Steinbacher working from the windup, misses low. That'll move the count to full here.
They're never going to change the call.
Bottom of the first.
They don't do that.
Catholic Central trailing 2-0. Here's the pitch. That's popped up high, and that will end up behind us here. Home plate umpire is left-handed. It's the way he throws baseballs to the pitchers. Steinbacher with a quick motion as he has had all that bat, but this time he misses upstairs. And that'll bring up Luke Kuzner with a runner on.
Center fielder number 1, Luke
As Wanzel walks with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Kuzner coming into today was 9 for 28 on the year. That's good for a .321 batting average. In game 1, he went 2 for 2 and he reached on an error in the 7th inning. And he had an RBI, 2 singles. Here's the pitch. That one missed upstairs as Wanzel takes a healthy lead at first. 1 ball, no strikes here on the Catholic Central center fielder. Steinbacher checks the runner at first and comes set. The 1-0. There goes Wanzel, pitch in the dirt, throw down to second, will be in time. A perfect throw there from Welch behind the plate. And the Cougars go down with 3. They're not even through 4 batters. We'll step aside, and after 1 inning of play, Catholic Central trails 2-0 here at the Cat. Back here for the top of the second. Leading it off for the Sparta Spartans is the catcher, number 2, Brennan Welch. This one's popped up as the background music is provided by the Cougars athletic trainer Nate Lutz. Underneath it is Ben Bassett on to make the grab for out number 1 here. 1 pitch, 1 out.
number 7.
That'll bring up number 7, Isaac Mackey. Mackey did not play in game 1 for the Spartans. Center fielder here for Sparta. First pitch from Wanzel misses upstairs for ball number 1, drawing some groans from the Catholic Central dugout. Wanzel from the third base side of the rubber. Kicks and fires. That's fouled off of the plate. That'll come back into fair territory, and a great play there by Peyton Klaus to gun down Mackey at first. So a 2-3 ground out.
Hey folks, if you're missing your phone, there was one found in the men's restroom. We have
There by Peyton Klaus. That'll bring up the top of the order as the lineup turns over.
Number 4, Nick Schoonmacher. Is that whose it is? No, it's stats. Is it really? I can't get in it.
First pitch is swung on and missed there by Schoonmacher.
Started walking. He says, I'll go get a
he doubled and came around to score as the leadoff batter in inning number 1. Now he comes up with 2 outs. That's grounded up the middle, taken there by John Passano. He'll field it cleanly, the throw over in time as Pitt scoops it up. 1, 2, 3 go the Spartans, and the Cougars will have Kuzner, Pitt, and Passano to follow here on the Cougar Baseball Network as we head to the bottom of the second here at the Cat. Well, here comes the boom being played over the loudspeakers here at the Cat, and that must mean one thing. Luke Kuzner's up to bat. He's watching that one go head height and inside. Ball number 1 on Kuzner. He had a 1-0 count when Adam Wanzel was thrown out trying to steal. It's in there for a strike low and away as Kuzner not liking that strike call from the home plate umpire. It's a 2-0 ball game here at the Cat. That one's grounded towards short, picked up by Roland. Roland will take it, fire it over in time. For out number 1. Had to be a good throw to beat a runner with Kuzner's speed, and indeed it did. 6-3. Ground out goes Kuzner, and that'll bring up Jacob Pitt. Pitt in game number 1 today. He had an RBI, and 1 for 2 with a double, a walk, and reached on a fielder's choice. Breaking ball misses outside on the left-handed bat for Jacob Pitt. 1 ball, no strikes. Pitt coming into today was 11 for 25 as this one misses upstairs. 1 out here for the Catholic Central first baseman. Steinbecker working quickly from the rubber. Puts that in low and away, but got enough of the strike zone to be called a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike. This one's on a hop, picked up by Schoenmaker at second and over in time for out number 2. Never mind. They pulled him off the bag, I guess.
Third baseman number 8, Ben Passano.
So an E4 gets Jacob Pitt on base, and that'll bring up Ben Passano. Passano, as we talked about in game 1, big improvement from last year, and it's good to see him make that jump. He was one of the worst batters in the lineup last year for Catholic Central, but they needed him defensively, so he played a lot of the games, and it's good to see him jump up that depth chart, at least batting-wise. This one's lofted into left field. That'll get down in front of Gordon, and a good piece of hitting there by Ben Passano. That'll put a runner in scoring position for Nick Hoffman, the left fielder.
Left fielder, number 6, Nick Hoffman.
Hoffman coming into today was 1 for 6, and in game 1, he struck out twice and reached on a fielder's choice at an error. That pitch is in there for a strike at the knees. 0-1. Steinbacher comes set in the pitch. Big cut and a big miss. There by Hoffman, 0-2 now. Steinbacher comes set. Kicks and fires. That one's poked into right field. That'll get down for a base hit fair. Coming around toward third is Pitt. The throw will not come home. And the Cougars are on the board. 2-1 here in the bottom of the second. Good RBI poke there by Nick Hoffman. He almost got caught at first. But coming around to score was Jacob Pitt. Cuts. And that cuts the Sparta lead in half. And bringing up Ben English here, the number 8 hitter for Catholic Central. Hoffman will take a good lead at first. Steinbacher checks him and comes set. That was a half swing there by English, but he went around fully. 0-1. Ben English had a big hit, batting from the 8-hole in his first 2 at-bats of the game. That's thrown down to second. That'll get by, and coming home to score is Ben Passanaw. So the Cougars have tied up the baseball game here. 2-2 in the bottom of the second. And Passanaw taking advantage of a throwdown. Stolen base by Nick Hoffman. I want to say it's 1-1. I could be wrong. Well, and there's strike number 2, and it is 1-2. Oh, he is out. Okay, so it was a called strike. So Ben English goes down on strikes, but doesn't really matter given the fact that he has brought home a run. That'll bring up Oliver Beal. Oliver Beal. This is his first game as he is retired quickly before I even have a chance to check his stats. We'll step aside. Cougars, though, tie up the game, and we're headed to the third in a tie baseball game from the Cat here between the Cougars and the Spartans. Caleb Rowland will lead things off for the Sparta Spartans here in the top half of the third as we've got a tie baseball game on our hands. Adam Wanzel once again on the bump for Catholic Central. Kick and fire for the first pitch on the outer half of the plate, in there for strike 1. So 0-1. As time is called before Adam Wanzel could take it and deliver.
The answer is neither, but I would do it for Hoffman.
Would you?
Yeah.
I know his mom.
Digging back in, here is Roland. He is 1 for 1 with the single, and he'll try to make it 2 for 2, but instead it's 1 for 2 as he pops out to Pitt
Number 5
for
Steinbacher.
out number 1 here
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
at the Cat. Digging in now is Evan Steinbacher, the pitcher. Left-handed bat, pardon.
We're gonna have some fun.
It's lined through the gap and into left field on the first pitch single here for Steinbacher. That ball is thrown into second, but it won't matter as Steinbacher is camped nicely at first, and that'll bring up the designated hitter, number 20, Kobe Vanderklast.
Hitter number 20, Colby Vandercrest.
Vanderklast struck out his last time up back in the first inning. His third strikeout of the afternoon, if you count the Northview game for Sparta, in which they won 6-2, and they find themselves in a tie baseball game. Here in the top of the third, Wanzel comes set, kicks and fires. Missed upstairs, the throw behind, not in time. As sliding back comes sliding back comes
Come and
Steinbacher.
empty the garbage that they haven't come.
Yeah. Gate's still open, but I unlocked too.
1-0.
It's not my problem.
Wanzel working from the stretch, kicks and fires. Swing and a miss on a fastball down low, 1 ball, 1 strike. Now on Vanderklast.
So should I put this on the red thing or the bottom part?
Now he comes set.
But it says thank you.
Wanzel getting the
Oh, bottom part.
stretch, but
I
he
didn't know it said thing.
decides to go over to first instead.
It got delivered yesterday. I brought it today.
Here on an even 1-1 count. Not a big lead for Steinbacher at first. Here's the pitch. Just outside, and again, Klaus throwing behind. But Steinbacher gets back in time before Pitt could apply the tag. 2 balls, 1 strike. Out of Vanderklast. Right-handed batsman, slightly open stance, holds the bat parallel to the ground over his right shoulder. Kicks and fires does Wanzel. That's grounded toward third. Double play opportunity. They can't get the out at second as it's off the glove of English. And now runners on the corners. Maybe. No, it's not. As they're able to gun the runner down. Steinbacher thought he was going to get an out. Thought he was going to be out at second, but English couldn't squeeze it. Instead, he gets thrown out trying to go to third. And there are 2 outs here with a runner on first. So Vanderklast reaching on a fielder's choice before Steinbacher gets gunned out 9-5. You don't often see 9-5 outs getting recorded. And now Kurt Schmidt comes out to argue a call, like Coach Tim McKinnon.
Not going to do any good.
And as Jim Lantu said, probably not going to do much good, as you're not going to change your calls and umpire all that often unless your partner has a much better angle or for sure you know you messed up and it looked out from here. So the out remains here in the top of the third.
I call that a makeup call, Reagan.
I don't think that's a makeup call, Jim.
Now they're even.
It's not really that they're even. It's just he called it out. This is what it is. Here's Wanzel, the pitch. Swing and a foul ball. Lucky for Peyton Klaus, or Vanderklast would have been off and running, as big of a runner he is. Nothing in a 1 the count here on Braden Steinbacher. Wanzel comes set, checks the runner, and goes. In there for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes here on a cloudless, beautiful Saturday afternoon ahead of Mother's Day, otherwise known as Derby Day. The Kentucky Derby being run later today at 6. Hopefully, selfishly, this game gets over in time for me to get home to be able to see the Derby. Nothing in 2 here as that one was fouled to the right side. Wanzel from the chest. Swing and a miss. Down goes Steinbecker, and down go the Spartans. Wanzel for him, that's his second strikeout of the afternoon, and we head to the bottom of the 3rd. Catholic Central has a chance to take the lead for the first time here this afternoon on the Cougar Baseball Network. The Wild Thing, John Passanoff,
For the Spartans, number 24.
is up to bat. First batter of the day to face
John Passanoff.
Nick Gordon on the mound. For the Spartans, that means a new left fielder. Now, who that left fielder is, I did not catch his number on his way out to his position. First pitch is a breaking ball that bends in, misses the inner half of the plate. For ball 1 on John Passanoff. Passanoff reached on a single, stole second, and then got caught stealing third. So watches another pitch miss the strike zone. Nothing in 2 now. Gordon, working from the first base side of the rubber, kicks and fires upstairs. 3 balls, no strikes here on John Passanoff.
So let's see, where would he want? He was playing left field. I bet you that Steinbacher went out there.
Here, Gordon comes set. The 3-0 to Passanoff, missed upstairs. Passanoff, who joined us earlier on today's triple header, will casually toss his bat behind him, no look, and take the jog down to first
By Peyton Klaus.
as Peyton Klaus steps to the plate. So for Passanoff, 4-pitch walk. Klaus struck out his first time out on a 1-2 count. Doesn't strike out a lot. Does Klaus? He grounded out 3 times in game number 1 after being hit by a pitch in his first at-bat and coming round to score the Cougars' first run. Passanoff at first, expect him to leave very quickly, except not, as he's checked on there by Gordon. John Passanoff, 18 steals. He got caught stealing back in the first inning. He elects to stay there as that's fair down the third baseline. Passanoff with wheels around second, heading for third. The throw will be in, not in time. And Passanoff with a good base running show there as To second base goes Peyton Klaus on that shot down the first base line, in with a double. John Passanaw around to third. And Adam Wanzel comes in.
Batting number 10, Adam Wanzel.
Graham Kaufman comes in as the courtesy runner for Peyton Klaus, the catcher for the Catholic Central Cougars. Nobody out. 2 men on for Adam Wanzel. With runners in scoring position, Adam Wanzel is 6 for 19. His last at bat, there was a runner in scoring position before Passanaw got tossed out. Now it's popped up third base side. Tracking under it, there is Steinbecker, and he makes the catch in foul territory. Now look out, John Passanaw takes off for home, and he's in there safely, and great base running by the Catholic Central Cougars. They catch the Spartans napping, and Passanaw steals home for the first Cougar lead of the afternoon. That's great awareness by John Passanaw to be able to find his way home on that one. Is didn't really expect that, but nobody was covering home as the catcher Welch had drifted out toward the dugout. Now Graham Kaufman will tag up. The throw is well in time. A great throw there from Schoonmaker, so a double play will end the inning as we'll head to the... At the end of 3, Catholic Central has the lead 3-2 on 3 unanswered runs. You're watching Catholic Central Baseball on the Cougar Baseball Network. Six, 7, 8, leading it off here for the Spartans. It'll be Rich, Gordon, and Welch. The 3 first batsmen for the Spartans here in the top of the 4th. That first pitch is in there for a strike from Adam Wanzel, still working on the hill for Catholic Central. Wanzel has worked 3 innings, allowed 2 runs, but other than that, he has been pretty darn good, only allowing 4 hits. Here's the 0-1, swing and a miss, and a fastball low and away, and a little bit of, a little bit of an off-speed pitch there. Reagan Cleaves on the call for you here from the Cougar baseball field. Game 3 of a triple header for the Mother's Day tournament on the network is a big swing and a miss, and down goes Rich. As he swings and misses for Wanzel's 3rd strikeout of the afternoon. 2nd straight, though, for the Catholic Central pitcher. For Wanzel, he's got 22 strikeouts coming into today. Make it 25 with Rich going down on strikes. Nice fastball, some cut action. Moving in from the outside half to the heart of the plate for strike number 1 on Gordon, who is now the pitcher for the Spartans. Wanzel steps, kicks, and fires. In there for a strike on the low and inside part of the plate. 0-2 the count here on the left fielder turned pitcher for the Spartans. Wanzel works from the third base side, as most lefties do. Here's the pitch, and a swing and a miss, and 2 straight strikeouts in the inning, 3 overall straight for Adam Wanzel, both of them swinging and both of them on 3 pitches. That'll bring up the catcher, Brennan Welch. Adam Wanzel's got 26 on the year now, with 4 in this contest, 3 of them coming in the last 3 batters. And misses low and away, the first ball of the inning for Welch. He popped out to third his last time up as part of a 1-2-3 inning that ended with Schoonmaker back in the second. The 1-0 is in there. And a nice pitch in the lower outside part of the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Welch. Open stance, bobs the bat up, parallel to the ground over his right shoulder, or left shoulder, pardon. Here's the pitch, grounded towards second. It'll be picked up by English. He'll hesitate, and over to Pitt in time at first base for out number 3. 1-2-3. Go the Spartans for the second time this contest. Cougars still holding on to a 3-2 lead after 3.5 at the Cat. As we're bringing back here to the Cat, this is just a reminder that the broadcast of today's game is a copyrighted presentation of the Michigan High School Athletic Association and the Cougar Baseball Network. No reproduction, retransmission, or other distribution of the descriptions or accounts of this game may take place without the express written consent of the Michigan High School Athletic Association and the Cougar Baseball Network. Jacob Pitt leads things off here in the bottom of the 4th for Catholic Central. Taking a look at the Tigers organization, West Michigan Whitecaps in action tonight in Lansing, 7:05 first pitch. Tigers also in action, I believe they got underway around 4 down in Houston. First pitch to Pitt missed low and away. Tigers will come home to play the A's in a 5-game set up and in on Pitt Ball 2. West Michigan will round out their series with Lansing tomorrow as they try to win and get something good out of that series in Lansing. They've dropped the first 4. The last 3 of them have been by scores of 5-6 each, which not something you often see. 3 straight games of baseball with the same score. Here's the 3-0. Up and away. He walked him, so Pitt draws a walk. He is over. He doesn't have an at-bat yet today. At least in this baseball game, he reached on an error and now has walked. And that'll bring up Ben Passanaugh, who singled in and scored his last time around the base paths. On the bump, it's still Gordon. came in from left field to start the third inning, which is where the Cougars took the lead. Here's the pitch. Swinging a line drive, foul down the third base line. Nothing in a one here, the count on Ben Passano with that foul ball. Here Gordon trying to check on Pitt at first. Doesn't go. It's a very, very nice day here at Catholic Central Athletic Complex. We've had sun virtually all day. The best day we've had for baseball in a long time. Opportunity for a double play. They get the out at second, but not
Safe at first.
At first. So a fielder's choice for Ben Passano. But Jacob Pitt goes down 4-6. And that'll bring up Nick Hoffman. Will step in, even stance. The right-handed bat holds the bat. Waves it up and down at a 45-degree angle over his right shoulder, and a big cut on and a big miss on the first pitch offering. He's got a runner on first. Passano reached on a fielder's choice. Speaking of which, here's the check on him by Gordon. Passano will stay in contact with the bag until he's sure that the baseball is no longer with the first baseman, Rich. Gordon checks and comes set. The 0-1. Big curveball misses up and in.
Misses? That's a nice choice of words.
What else would I use? He missed.
You really missed it.
True. But you can't really use the line there. Here's a pop-up behind home plate. Welch tracking it, and it falls. Foul. 3 Spartans were there. None of them could pick it up, and 2 of them lost their caps. Well, actually, all 3 of them lost their caps if you count the catcher tossing his mask away. So all 3 of these Spartans who went for that foul ball came away hatless. It was Steinbacher at third, and Gordon on the mound, and Welch behind home plate. None of them could come up with that foul ball. It's 1-2. Now a big swing and a miss, and down goes Hoffman for Catholic Central. So first strikeout of the afternoon for Gordon, and the second out of the game, or inning, pardon, for Catholic Central. And that'll bring up Ben English, who struck out his last time up. He's got a runner on first here. Runner goes, pitches low and away. The throw down to second is in time, but he got under it. A high throw there from Welch, and
Is that a ball?
yeah, getting under it, getting under the tag there was Ben Passano. Good running, taking after his cousin there. You get it right that time, Jim? Cousin, right? Okay, good. And therefore a strike, 1 ball, 1 strike. Here on English. And the thing is, I should know that they're cousins.
John did very good on that interview.
Yeah. Well, it was good to have John on the interview earlier here today, although I didn't get to interview him. I wasn't doing play-by-play, but Matt did a really good job, and it was good to catch up with John. Had a couple of classes with him during my tenure at Catholic Central High School.
Did you say tenure or 10 years?
I said tenure.
Oh.
I'm not that bad at school. Here's the 2-1. Up and in, 3 balls and 1 strike here to Ben English. I don't dare repeat what Jim Lantu just said on air, but it was quite funny. 3 balls, 1 strike, the count here to English. The pitch. Swinging a ground ball through the gap and into left field. It's a single there for Ben English, drawing some cheers from my left, and the Cougars are in business with 2 outs and runners on first and second for Oliver Beal. Oliver Beal had his first at-bat of the campaign. He popped out, so he's 0 for 1 in the year. Earlier in this contest. Kind of sad you didn't play the song you were talking about playing for him earlier, Jim. Here's the pitch in there for a strike on Oliver Beal. He popped out to the catcher to end the second inning. You missed on that one, Jim. Oh, that one hits the top of the barricade. And the fence over to our right. Managed to stay in field. Jim has been trying all day to shoot from his position to my left to the trash can to my behind me and to my right, and that was the first one he's missed all day. As down goes Oliver Beal, looking for his second out of the game, and that'll end the fourth. Catholic Central strands 2, but they still have the lead as we head to the fifth here on the Cougar Baseball Network. Isaac Mackey to lead things off. Here for the Spartans, he's 0 for 1 today with a ground out to the catcher. His first time up. He fouls that one into the glove of Peyton Klaus for strike number 1 here, and we're underway in the fifth inning. The 0-1 offering from Wanzel is dribbled foul, third base side, 0-2 now. Here on Mackey, Catholic Central has had a bit of a rough day here today. They've recovered well from a monstrous, cataclysmic sixth inning against Northview, where they were up 6-2 entering into it, and they're down looking goes Mackey on 3 pitches. And for Wanzel, that's his 5th strikeout of the afternoon. He's putting on a clinic as the left-hander. He has shut down the Spartans since inning number 1. Hasn't allowed him to go more than 4 batters since that first inning. Wanzel bounces that one as it gets by Klaus for ball number 1 of the inning and the at-bat. Taking a look at the Catholic Central scoreboard around the sports. Girls varsity softball taking part in the Kelly Drake Anglim tournament at Northview. That one's low and away. Ball number 2. JV tennis hosted. Girls JV tennis hosted their Cougar tennis invite earlier today. Went in conjunction time-wise with our first baseball game of the day. Fly ball into right field. Camping under that. And macing it is Oliver Beal. He lost it in the sun. Beal must have lost that in the sun as it dropped about a foot away from his glove. And so
Number 8, Caleb.
an E9 gets Schoonmaker on for the first base runner in 6 at-bats for the Spartans. We also had girls varsity lacrosse at Mona Shores.
They won 20-8.
They won 20-8, says Jim Land, too. That's a massive win, especially on the scoreboard there. Then boys JV baseball at Northview High School today. JV lacrosse for the boys, 13-0 against Saline. And then boys varsity lacrosse won 19-6. And then boys varsity golf in the Big Rapids Cardinal Invite wraps out the Catholic Central schedule. If you missed any of that, that's on the ticker on your screen as well. 1 ball, no strikes here to Roland. Throw over to first. Snagged before it got by Pitt. Luckily for Adam Wanzel. Pitt's had some trouble at first base today. I believe it's 1-0. Wanzel working from the set and the chest here. The 1-0. Outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Here to Boland. First game of this triple header. Catholic Central lost 9-7 in 8 innings. That was followed by a 6-2 Sparta win over Northview. So if Sparta wins this ball game, they'll win the tournament. If Catholic Central wins, we'll have to do some math. This one's lined into right through the gap between first and second. And for a base hit with 1 out. It's a good piece of hitting there by Roland to get himself on base for the second time today. He's 2 for 3 now, and that'll bring up Evan Steinbacher. Adam Wanzel into his 5th inning of work here. He misses that inside, almost hit Steinbacher, who is 1 for 2. He singled his last time up, got thrown out from right field trying to get to third on a botched double play opportunity for Catholic Central. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss on a low and inside pitch. That evens up the count at 1 apiece. Schoonmaker reached on an error. Stands on second. Boland singled. Stands on first. Actually about 10 feet from it for both of them. Here's the 1-1. That's lined up the middle. Caught by Passanaw. The throw over to first in time. Double play. John Passanaw snagged the liner at short before firing it over to first to double up Roland as we head to the bottom of the 5th. Catholic Central a chance to extend their lead here in the Mother's Day tournament finale. John Passana stepping up to the plate for Catholic Central here in the top of the fifth. He leads off an inning for the third time today. He singled and walked in his first two leadoff plate appearances. Now he'll bunt that. An odd bunt opportunity there for John Passana. Typically you see him swinging away in leadoff positions like this, but with his speed he can probably get on base with a well-placed bunt down the third base line. Nothing in one as that one went foul, though. Here's the kick and the pitch. Big curveball that missed upstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here to John Passana. Gordon kicks and fires. Ooh, that one was on the outer half of the plate to apparently the home plate umpire. To yours truly up here. Looked a bit outside, but it is what it is. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pitch missed upstairs. That'll even up the count at 2 apiece. John Passana, one of the more patient hitters for Catholic Central. He's drawn 13 walks in 36 at-bats to go along with it. That one misses low and away. Full count now on Passana. As a leadoff batter, John Passana coming into today was 5 for 14. He'll poke that one foul.
That's how I was going to Miami, Ohio for baseball, but he was also the starting quarterback for the state championship football team.
That indeed he was. If you didn't hear Jim there, he not only is John Passana a baseball player who's going to Miami of Ohio, this one's grounded to second, and 108. John Passana also quarterbacked the football team for Catholic Central to yet another state championship when Joey Silveri went down with a knee injury about halfway through the season. John Passana, we had him up here earlier in today's triple header. He actually joined us at the end of game 2 for the last half inning with Matt Geika. That one's just a bit outside as it bounces past the catcher, Welch. It's always fun when you get to quote baseball movies calling a baseball game. Here's the 1-0. That one is likewise outside. Not as far, though. But not as drastically. Hence, no quote. Peyton Klaus, even stance, holds the bat perpendicular to the ground next to his right shoulder. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on a fastball up at the neck. 2 balls, 1 strike now on the Catholic Central hitter. Klaus today in this game is 1 for 2 with a double and a strikeout. The 2-1 delivering is on the outer half of the plate for strike number 2, evening up the count. John Passana did not reach base for the first time this afternoon. In his previous at-bat, stepping off the rubber is Gordon. And he'll step back on as Klaus steps back in. And awaits the 2-2. That one missed low and away. Klaus balked at it for a second, but thought better of it. Good patience by Klaus here to work the count to full. Here's the payoff pitch. Grounded up the middle. That will get through and into center field. Mackey will pick it up, and Klaus is in for a single. That'll bring up Adam Wanzel. He's 0 for 1 with a pop out to third, and he walked and got thrown out stealing to end the inning. Back in the first. He's got a runner on first in Peyton Klaus. Let's see what he can do with it. Gordon comes set. Checks over his shoulder and is that a balk? Oh, you're going to call time on that? Ah, come on. Adam Wanzel apparently called time Tigers 2, Astros 0. Top of the third here, and now Tim McKinnon's going to come over and ask about that balk call. It seemed like initially the umpire had said balk, but it really depends on who called time. If it was Adam Wanzel, it's time. If no time was called, that's a balk plain as day on Gordon. And that's really what Coach Tim McKinnon's going to talk about. They're going to come away with nothing. Runners remains on first. We've had about 3 manager consultations with the umpires here today. 2 from Tim McKinnon, 1 from Kurt Schmidt, the former Catholic Central assistant coach, now with Sparta. There goes the runner. That's in the dirt, and it couldn't be handled by Welch, and it's a stolen base for Klaus. So Klaus stands on second after advancing 90 feet. Now stands 180 feet from extending the Catholic Central lead. Take about a 15-foot lead. Held on there by Rowland. The kick and the pitch. Swing and a miss there by Wanzel, evening up the count at 1. Oh boy. Now Tim McKinnon's coming out. He's hot. Tim McKinnon giving the home plate umpire a piece of his mind there. It's 1 ball, 1 strike here. I think McKinnon's point was you got to be listening as the umpire. That one's in there for his strike number 2, 1 ball, 2 strikes. That's the most aggressive I've seen McKinnon in a long time. Typically, he's pretty civil when discussing with umpires. But you could hear him from up here, and that's pretty darn loud. Here's the 1-2. That one is thrown behind Wanzel, and advancing another 90 feet is Peyton Klaus on a wild pitch. So a 2-2 count to Wanzel, and Klaus is out at third, and out comes Kurt Schmidt. Calling time, and he gets it here with a 2-2 count on Wanzel. So both coaches calling their teams over for consultations. Kurt Schmidt talking it over with Gordon, as the home plate umpire will come out to break that up here. But Catholic Central holding on to a 1-run lead here in the bottom of the 5th inning, looking to extend it here as they break it up. Gordon remains on the mound. Pardon me, no. It's been a different pitcher for Sparta. I do apologize. Logan Vandermark, I believe, is on the hill.
No, did it change again?
I saw 11. I don't have Vandermark on the field. Here's the pitch that missed away. 3-2 now. Yeah, it is indeed Logan Vandermark. I have no clue when they changed pitchers.
They didn't tell us, Reagan.
Yeah, the problem is they never do.
That's not very courteous.
Here's the payoff pitch from Vandermark. Swinging a fly ball left field. On the run back is Gordon. It's over his head. Remember, that's cold and dry. And an RBI for Adam Wanzel. He helps his case with a fly ball over the left fielder's head, and a stand-up double for the pitcher brings home a run, and Catholic Central's now up 4-2. It's a great hit there by Adam Wanzel. It'll lift the baseball over the left fielder's head. He was playing a little bit shallow. Adam Wanzel fooled him, though, and poked it over his head. And that'll bring up Luke Kuzner with a runner in scoring position. With runners in scoring position, Kuzner's 3 for 14 entering today. First pitch misses upstairs on Kuzner. So the Cougars now have a lead, and now we're going to have a courtesy runner.
David Kepke enters as a...
It'll be David Kepke for Adam Wanzel, as Wanzel comes in, gets high fives from all of his teammates who come out Congratulate him. Cougars wearing the blue with the white shoulders today, which is typically not what they go with at home, but it is what they have gone with today. They've got the script Catholic across the front, wearing the white helmets or white hats. Very similar style to Sparta. Both teams are royal blue. Pitch misses just a bit outside. That one probably deserved the quote a little bit more than the last one.
2-0 is the count.
Yeah, the count is 2-0, as mentioned by Jim Lantu. And I really hope you can hear this, because if not, I'm just responding to somebody who none of y'all can hear. That pitch misses upstairs. For ball number 3 on Luke Kuzner. Kuzner is 0 for 2 today with a pop out and a ground out. Vandermark comes set with the knees slightly bent. The kick and the pitch. Inside, he walked him on 4 pitches, so 2 runners on for Catholic Central with only 1 out. And that 1 out coming courtesy of John Passano, the leadoff batter, who you typically don't see walk, or don't typically see get out all that often, is coming in today at a .500 batting average. And he's bumped that up just a little bit today with reaching base twice in the first game and twice in the second game. His on-base average is .620, so you see him reach base a lot, and then he steals. This one is well behind the banner pit, and everybody advances up 90 feet on a wild pitch. So the Cougars are in business. 2 runners in scoring position, and that'll bring out Kurt Schmidt for what is presumably a pitching change, and so we'll step aside here on the Cougar Baseball Network as Sparta gets their pitchers in order. It's 4-2 in the bottom of the 5th here at the Cat. New pitcher for the Spartans here in the bottom half of the 5th. He inherits a 1-0 count on Jacob Pitt. It is number 19, Luke Rich. He misses away, 2 balls and no strikes. Pitt walked his last time up on 4 pitches. And he'll swing in this one, the first strike he's had in 2 at-bats, or in 2 plate appearances. 2-1. The count here on Jacob Pitt. That one's popped up to the far side, and so that'll go for foul. That'll even up the count at 2-2. It does indeed go into the swamp, as Jim says. As the way the
Number 6,000.
field. We do have a lot of baseballs that go into the swamp. This one hits him. So Pitt draws the hit by pitch. He remains 0 for 0 in this baseball game, reaching on an arrow, walking, and now being hit. And that'll bring up Ben Passanaw. Catholic Central has ducks on the pond. The bases are loaded for Ben Passanaw, who's singled and reached on a fielder's choice. First pitch is a ball to Ben Passanaw. He singled his first time up, reached on a fielder's choice. He did come around to score back in the second as part of the Catholic Central 2-run inning. Here's the pitch. Swing and a line drive. Not able to be caught. The throw will be wild. Coming home. Now on the run home is Kuzner. He scores. And Catholic Central gets 2 more runs off of a wild pitch. And they extend their lead. Oh, never mind. That wasn't a wild pitch. Pardon me. That was a ground ball to short. So Passanaw grounds to short, reaches on a fielder's choice. And everybody scores on an E6. Jacob Pitt moves from first to third, so runners on the corners here for Hoffman. First one missed. That one comes inside as well. 2 balls and no strike. 6-2 the score here from the Cat. 2 balls, no strikes. Rich on the mound here. I'll step off and fire over to first. That one's held off. It's coming back in time was Ben Passanaw. This is the 7th batter the Cougars have sent to the plate. They started with their number 1 batter, John Passanaw. Pitches outside and no throw down to second as Ben Passanaw takes a free base. That eliminates the force play, and now I know that's technically defensive indifference, but the guy stole the base. Like,
Well, he walked to the
well, he did walk to the base, but it is stealing the base. Now, the best thing that I've seen out of this season is one of the hitters. I forget, it was a player who was playing the Cardinals. He stole the base off of Yadier Molina, and there's a video of him after the game walking away literally with second base. He stole second base from Yadier Molina, and then after the game he steals it from the Cardinals. It was pretty darn funny watching him come back to the clubhouse with the base. There's 2 straight strikes here to Hoffman. Even up the count. Here's the 2-2 that comes in. Full count here for Hoffman, the left fielder for Catholic Central. Working a 3-2 count. We've been here all day. First game lasted about 3.5 hours. At least the telecast did. Second game went a lot quicker, under 2. And now we're working on about an hour and 49 broadcast as down goes Hoffman, much to his chagrin, stares in disbelief back at the umpire like, where the heck was that pitch? So the second out of the inning on a strikeout looking for Hoffman. That'll bring up Ben English. English so far today is 1 for 2 with an RBI and a strikeout. He singled his last time up. Here's the pitch. Ooh, that one comes inside, and English is not happy about it. He thought that hit him.
The umpire wants to get to dinner.
Just like somebody else up here in the booth.
I know.
Jim. The 0-1 line over the head of the shortstop and into left center. 2 runs will score. And going to second is Ben English. And now he's going to try for third. The throw to third is not in time. And Ben English, a 2 RBI hit. And I just broke my pencil. A 2 RBI hit for Ben English. And he gets to third on a flurry of fielder's choice error things. And the Cougars add another 2. It is now 8-2.
Right fielder Oliver Beal.
Oliver Beal here. He is 0 for 2, both in this game and on the year. The first pitch is in there for strike number 1. Scoreboard now says 0-2, though.
What does it?
Well, it did. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike that fooled Oliver Beal. Beal balked at that one. Looked like it was high, but it bent down into the zone. This one is popped up on a good pitch. Keeps the count at 0-2, though. Ninth batter of the inning for Catholic Central. Started with John Passanant grounding out, then Catholic Central. The next 5 batters reached and scored before Hoffman struck out looking. This one is low and inside. Past Beal, and he did not go. Second, that infield umpire is really hard to read. He just had an appeal. And it's like, I don't mean that like it's like he's got T-Rex arms. He can't move them very much. Here's the 1-2. Low and away, that got past the catcher. Coming home to score without a throw is Ben English, and Catholic Central is now up 9-2. This has been a wonderful inning for Catholic Central. Not so much if you're Sparta. They've allowed 6 runs in this inning, so each team has had a big inning. Catholic Central has the biggest thus far. Oh, hey, look at that. Catholic Central is up by 7 right now. So if this score were to hold, as Beal fouls that one, if this score were to hold, Catholic Central, if we are going by run differential, would win the tournament, we believe. Now, if we're not going by run differential, we have no clue who has won. Here's the 2-2, low and away. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Now, Beal has worked himself to a full count.
Right now they would be in the lead.
3-2 here for Oliver Beal. He will dig in, awaits the full count here from Luke Rich. Rich steps on the rubber. Gets the sign from his catcher, Welch. Kicks and fires. Swing and a miss, and Beal goes down, but not before Catholic Central gets 6 runs across the plate in the 5th. We head to the 6th. Catholic Central is up 9-2 on the Cougar Baseball Network. Top of the sixth, these Colby Vanderklast come to the plate. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a reach on a fielder's choice. Here in this one, Catholic Central, a monstrous 6-run bottom half of the fifth, and a big cut and a big miss there by Vanderklast. Wanzel has worked 5 innings of pretty darn good pitching as Vanderklast went around on that one, a pitch inside. 0-2 the count here on Wanzel. Will come set. He steps and delivers. In there for strike 3. Got him looking. Wanzel sits down. His sixth batter of the afternoon. And there's one down here in inning number 6. That'll be Steinbacher, who fell victim to one of those earlier strikeouts by Adam Wanzel. Wanzel has climbed his strikeout total to 28 on the campaign. That one nabs the outside edge. 0-1. Here on Steinbacher. He's 0 for 1 with that aforementioned strikeout. He reached on an error and got to third in the first inning before being stranded. Here's the 0-1 from Wanzel. That's poked into left field. Hoffman couldn't corral it. That'll get down an E7. Now he bobbles it once again. But good news for him, it's a bit of a slower runner in Steinbacher. So an E7 allows Steinbacher to get to 6th. Steinbacher at third base. This game he was moved over to first when Rich took over hurling duties. That one missed inside. On Rich, 1 ball and no strikes. Runner on second is Steinbacher. Hoffman had the out. Now that's just a bit outside. Got past Klaus to third. Goes Steinbacher on a wild pitch. Adam Wanzel is to settle down here a bit. That's exactly what John Passano is going to come out and talk to him about. And hey, calm down. We got this. We got a 7-run lead. Calm down. Just 1 runner. Let's get the out. Let's get out of here. 2-0 the count here on Rich. He's 0 for 2, or 1 for 2 on the day. He singled and struck out. In there for his strike. 1-2, good recovery pitch there by Adam Wanzel. He's got 1 out, runner on third, 90 feet away from the third run of the game for Sparta, but right now it's a 9-2 lead for Catholic Central. Here's the kick of the pitch. Swing and a miss on a curveball low and away. That'll even up the count at 2 apiece. Here's the 2-2 pitch from Wanzel. He waits. And time is called right before Wanzel fires in what would have been strike 3. And that was pretty clearly called time beforehand. Wanzel kind of finished it afterwards. Or kind of started after that. Time was requested. Here's Wanzel. The 2-2 swing and a fly ball into left field. That could be dangerous. Hoffman is under it. He makes the grab this time. And the relay will be cut off. As in with the sacrifice fly comes Steinbacher. So an RBI for Rich. But it is still 9-3 for Catholic Central here in inning number 6. So that'll bring up Gordon, I believe. Yes, and it is Gordon. He fouls that to the backstop. For strike number 1. He, like Rich, was victim to one of Wanzel's earlier strikeouts. That's in there for a strike as Gordon stepped out. Umpire didn't give him time, and Wanzel took advantage of it and fired in a pitch. 0-2 the count. Wanzel working from the windup. Setting up away is Klaus. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. And down goes Gordon to end the inning. As we'll head to the bottom of the 6th. Catholic Central has a chance to extend their lead before having to defend it for one final time as they lead at 9-3 here on the Cougar Baseball Network.
We have a special guest at Gardner Field today.
Bottom 6
Number 2, John Passanow.
sees us right where we were. In the bottom of the 5th, where John Passanaw leads off. He grounded out to start the 5th before the Cougars got 6 runs across before 2 strikeouts ended the inning. It's a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Here on John Passanaw. Pitcher is still Rich. That's in there for strike 1. One the count here on Passanaw. Rich working from the first base side, kicks and fires. In there for strike 2. Passanaw has let a couple of close pitches go. And they've hurt him, at least in this one. Here 1 ball, 2 strikes. Rich, the 1-2. Swing, and that's fouled back behind home plate.
Are we done yet, Rick?
Now, the answer to that, Jim, is no. We are not done yet. We've still got at least an inning to play. Hopefully, an inning to play. 1-2. The pitch. Swing and a fly ball right field. That'll get down. It's fair. John Passanaw turning on the wheels. Whole round second. He's headed for third. The throw is 2. Not in time. John Passanaw with a beautiful triple. And he slides in safely, pumps his fists above his head as he has the right to a hustled triple there for John Passanaw. And he's 2 for 3 on the game. John Passanaw, who's normally has to steal to get to third base, doesn't have any bases to steal here in this one, so he'll have to sit pretty on the 18 that he's got. Unless, well, I shouldn't say that. He could get to 19, but I doubt John would do that. I doubt he would steal home. Takes a conservative lead at third. That one's poked towards second. It was fumbled by Schoonmaker, but he gets it over in time. But an RBI ground out for Klaus's. Ben Passana comes in to score, and the Cougars have hit double digits.
Number 10, Adam Watzel.
That'll bring up Adam Wanzel on the after the RBI ground out to Klaus.
What's going on?
He's in there for a strike. First pitch on Adam.
Finishing up. I just want to know what people are thinking.
Adam Wanzel is 1 for 2 with a double and a pop out. In there for strike number 2 on the Catholic Central pitcher. I'd kind of like to see Adam Wanzel stay in there and finish it out with a 7-run lead.
At least a half hour.
Here's the set and the pitch.
Tell me where I need
Swing and a pop-up in the infield, and it'll be caught there by Schoonmaker. So Wanzel pops out for the second time here today, this time to the second baseman, and there are 2 down with nobody on for Luke Kuzner. Luke Kuzner, here comes the boom, welcomes him to the batter's box. Even stance, holds the bat over the right shoulder. The first pitch is in there for a strike. Kuzner freezes a little bit in bafflement, shall we say. Is that even a word? Is bafflement a word? Okay, he's baffled. Yeah, I asked. Ooh, that's a pitch that looked, again, outside, but nothing in 2. The only guy's opinion that matters right now is the home plate umpire. And I'm not going to say he wants to go home. That one bounces low and away. Same, outside location. True, exactly. But I doubt. I want to give him the benefit of the doubt, Jim.
That's just because you're one of them.
Well, yes, I happen to be an umpire, but I'd like to give him the benefit of the doubt. Here's a fly ball into shallow right field on the run. It'll drop. But in front of Speck, and Luke Kuzner's on with a bloop single into right.
Number 13, Jacob Pitt.
That'll bring up Jacob Pitt, who was hit by a pitch before he came around to score back in the 5th. Catholic Central up 10-4 here. In the bottom of the 6th, getting back the 1 run that Sparta collected in the top half. Checking on the runner with a throw over was Rich.
Still in our favor, Reagan.
As Jim points out, the run differential is indeed in our favor here on the Cougar Baseball Network. Catholic Central, at least Sparta's run differential right now is +4. Catholic Central's is +5, I believe, yes. That's in there on the inside, just a bit inside on Jacob Pitt. That'll even up the count at 1-1.
Well, no.
Will come set.
Sparta is not +4, sir.
Oh, yeah, never mind. That's a ground ball to first. Rich will step on, and I'm forgetting to include this game in Sparta's run differential. Yes, certainly not. The Cougars just have to win by 4 here, and right now they're looking pretty good. They've got a 7-run lead here heading into the 7th. Last call for baseball on the other side of this break here at the Cat. Top of the 7th and the last call for baseball sees Brennan Welch to the plate, and Adam Wanzel returned to the bump for his 7th inning of work here. Wanzel will kick and fire. Oh, that came in. That's a dead ball. I thought that might have hit the bat, but indeed it hits Welch on the arm, and Wanzel has hit the first batter of the 7th. So much for that 1-2-3, Jim.
Number 3, David Bitely.
Right before we came on air, Jim turns in, hey, how about a 1-2-3? Well, I don't think that'll work. Well, it can't be a natural 1-2-3. It's not going to be a natural 1-2-3. We could get out in the first 3 batters. Yes, we could.
Let's not get technical.
Technical's the name of the game. Technically right's the best type of right, to quote Matt Geika, who was on here earlier. Now Adam Wanzel throws over, not in time. Jacob Pitt thought they got him at first, but Welch slides back in safely here. Adam Wanzel comes set. He'll throw back over to first.
They're worried about him at first.
He's pretty worried about the runner at first. The catcher is 0 for 2 today.
Welch's grape juice is pretty good.
It is, but I doubt they're related.
Oh.
Now, for the 3rd time before a pitch is even thrown to number 3, David Bitely.
Boring.
David Bitely at the plate here for the Spartans, in for Mackey. That pitch is in there for a strike, and it kicked up some dirt while it was at it. So for somehow a pitch kicks up dirt and gets called a strike. I'll leave that for you at home to decipher what that means. Nothing in one. Jim. We're leaving it for them. We're leaving it for them at home to decide. That's just a bit outside. 1 ball, 1 strike here on Bitely. This is his first. Oh my goodness. If you heard any of what Jim said, I am dearly sorry. I know. 1-1 here to Bitely. Pitch swinging over a big bending breaking ball. There was the pinch hitter for Sparta. They're trying to get something going here in the bottom half, or the top half of the 7th. They trail it 10-3. Sparta has a -3 run differential. Cougars all they have to do is win by 4. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss there by Bitely. He goes down. Wanzel gets another strikeout on the day that's now. It's now strikeout number 8 for Adam Wanzel. He's been pitching pretty well. That puts him up to 30 on the year. We'll check on the runner once more. Not in time once more.
They're still worried about grape juice over there.
Indeed. If you say so, they are worried about grape juice. Here's the pitch. That one is, oh my goodness. That pitch was about 4 inches outside. And the umpire calls it a strike. Nothing in 1 here.
Don't tell me that you're going to stick up for him.
That one was clearly outside. I'm not going to stick up for him on that one. Here's the 0-1. That one's lined towards second. Couldn't be handled, as falling down there is Ben English. And an infield hit there for Schoonmaker. So runners on first and second now for Sparta here in the top half of the 7th inning. It'll be number 8, Caleb Rowland, to dig in the right-handed batter's box. Adam Wanzel looking to work the complete game. He's got a 7-run lead right now and 1 out here in the 7th. Swing and a foul back to the backstop. Nothing in 1. Rowland, 2 for 3 today with 2 singles, a run scored, and a pop out to his name. Wanzel comes set, checks the runner at second and then hurls. That's a fly ball to center field. Kuzner's under it, will make the grab, and everybody stays put. And Sparta's down to their final out here as Roland flies out to 8. If you're keeping score at home.
Number 5, Evan Steinbacher.
Evan Steinbacher now steps up to the plate. He's got runners on first and second with 2 outs here in the 7th. Wanzel comes set, a 7-run lead for Catholic Central. Here's the pitch. Ground ball, first base side, foul. Nothing and 1 the count here. On the Sparta, former pitcher in this game. He started off the game on the bump. Now Wanzel will spin off to hold the runner and get him back. That worked, Jim. Nothing in 1 here. Wanzel sets and kicks. Swing and a ground ball, first base side. That got past Pitt and into right field. The run will come home to score as it's nabbed by Pitt before it goes any further. And so Welch coming around to score. It's now 10-4, a 6-run differential
Number 20, Colby
in this game.
Vanderklas.
It'll be Colby Vanderklast to come to the plate. Adam Wanzel is dealing with the runners on the corners, 2 outs. Here in the 7th, Wanzel looking for his 4th win of the year. He's got 30 strikeouts. Up to this point, 8 of them have come in this contest. He's been on fire here today. Throwing from the hill. He'll come set and deliver. In there for a strike on Vanderklast. Nothing in 1 here. For the designated hitter who struck out twice here today. Set a nothing in 1 count. Wanzel will step off and throw over to first. No tag attempt applied there by Pitt. 10-4 Catholic Central leads. Runner on third and runner on first. Pitch, swing and a miss on the inside. Nothing in 2 now on Vanderklast.
He only needs 1 more pitch, Reagan. We could be going.
Sparta down to their last strike here. Wanzel trying to work the complete game win here. He'll come set. The 0-2. That one's foul to the Sparta dugout. We remain at 0-2. The left-handed ump throws to the left-handed pitcher, who takes it and will walk back to the mound with it. Top of the 7th. Catholic Central up 10-4, looking to win the Mother's Day tournament here at the Cougar baseball field. Wanzel comes set. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. He got him, and the Cougars will bring home a winner here today by a final score of 10-4. Adam Wanzel, the complete game 9 strikeout performance, bringing his year-long total to 31 on the campaign. And he improves to 4-2 with a stellar performance here this afternoon for Adam Wanzel. That'll do it as Catholic Central wins the tournament with a 10-4 win. They improve to 11-5 on the campaign. They take what was a disappointing first game loss to Northview, and they end up coming back and winning this one, defeating Sparta, as the Cougar Fight song reigns over the loudspeakers here at the Cougar baseball field as they knock off Sparta and their former assistant coach Kurt Schmidt by a final score of 10-4. So bring you back here inside the broadcast booth for one final time. Reagan Cleaves here. It's been a good day for baseball, and we're happy that you chose to spend your day with us. For whatever portion you did, Cougars come away with a win, 1-1 on the day. They are now 11-5 on the campaign. Although they would have liked to come away with 2 wins, it is what it is. They end up getting one, and they end up winning the Mother's Day tournament here with a record of 1-1. But they do win by run differential here from the Cat. Well, Reagan Cleaves, for one final time, before we head out, I'd just like to thank all the sponsors of Catholic Central Baseball, and here goes. Dempsey Ventures, Treadstone Funding, Meyer, Lax Enterprises, the Center for Physical Rehabilitation, Kent Rubber Supply, Applied Imaging, the Center for Physical Rehabilitation, Fox Motors, Lacari Sicilian Pizza Kitchen, Micah Myers Attorneys at Law, Baird Private Wealth Management, the Braun Walsh Group, Buffalo Wild Wings, Law Weathers Attorneys and Counselors, ETNA, Sharp, Distinctive Catering by Brands, your event done perfectly. That'll just about do it for our coverage of the Mother's Day tournament here from the Cougar baseball field at the Catholic Central Athletic Trails, as the Cougars, though they lost the first game 9-7 in extra innings, they get things done with a 10-4 victory over Sparta, who won their first game against Northview by a score of 6-2. Here is Jim Lantu helping me out for one final time. Thanks, Jim, for the fun commentary, the laughs, and as always, the help getting us set up here at the Cougar Baseball Fields press box. For Matt Geika, Reagan Cleaves saying so long from the Cat as the Cougars win the Mother's Day tournament. And